So, good afternoon where I am. Good morning where some people are. Good evening where others are. A good night some places. But where I am, it's very warm, very warm. You can tell by my attire. There's a little breeze, which is nice at the moment. But beforehand, there was no breeze, and yeah, it's hard going. So I did a lot of work this morning on the land. Basically, I mean, before you start, you need at least an hour and a half, if not more, to water the plants. So I think I was here about 5:35, something like that. About 5:35, and obviously set up, done my bits and pieces. So by sort of 5:45, I started watering. Started watering the plants, but yeah, you need time. You really do, and obviously they deserve your attention. It's so intense, sun. So if you can get there before the sun's up, but the problem was, I mean, 5:45, the sun was coming up, and by like I said, it takes an hour and a half, if not more. So half an hour into what I was doing, the sun was already up. So it wasn't intense, but it was still quite warm. So I had to make sure that all the water went to the actual or around the roots, not over the leaves, because if you wet the leaves and the sun is intense, then they're going to get burnt. So that wasn't easy. Hello, Phil, mate. Good to see you. Lovely to see you. I've got to take off the Italian translation. I always forget. Always. It's becoming a habit. Okay. So, I don't understand what you just said, mate. Why do something open always on the app of the browser? I don't know, mate. I don't know. Okay. Okay. No idea. I mean, I just purely improvised and worked this one out. So I don't know. What I want to do is set up the you know advisor so that people are aware when there's a live coming up. But because I prefer us all attending other lives, I don't know. I don't have direct contact with those folks, so I tend to wait and see if they're going to whack something out, and if they're not, then obviously I jump on. So perhaps it's not ideal, but what can you do? When I become a slightly bigger channel, I think then we'll be able to sort of link up and have a bit more converse and say, oh, okay, so you're going to do this time and I'll do this time, so we can keep the community together, which is what we're all about. Fingers crossed. Do you like them? You like the sunglasses? Yeah. Well, to be honest, mate, it's so sunny here. I've got green eyes. Now, I don't know if you know, green in particular suffer a lot from the sun. So, yeah, whenever it even reflects, whatever. So, at the moment, they're handy. But they're also good because I broke my safety glasses. I had these safety glasses when I work in the land. They were just a bit fragile, they're not. They say safety glasses, but at the end of the day, after an amount of time, they just break. The cheap plastic. Whereas these ones are actually hardcore. They're very solid. And although I look like a spider, or no, a fly. A fly look like a fly, but I actually like them because they've got that solid feel. So I don't mind a bit of criticism. That's great. So Hello, what we got? Judge Dredd. Oh, lovely to see you. You loving the glasses, Judge Dredd? Yeah, not something that you would wear, I'm sure, but I'm quite happy to do so. Phil, I hope you're well, mate. Um, let me know what you're up to. If you've got a garden, if you've got any potted plants, I don't know your situation. So, as I said, it's community channel, so it's all about interaction. Oh, very nice. We've got Reen also. Reen is in. Lovely. Angela Slade, thank you for the compliments. It's very nice of you. It's good to see other people coming in. So hopefully it means that the channel's starting to, be seen by more people. But obviously, I mean, if you look at my content, I've got so many shorts, so many short content videos that I think people will like because they're quite peaceful as well. So even if you don't like gardening, the music and the ambience is quite relaxing. That's my personal opinion, but obviously, you have your own. Yeah, I know you work nights, Phil. I'm really, really glad that you're still going, to be honest. I know often, you crash out and stuff, but you're doing great. Oh, you got to mow the lawn? You got to mow the lawn. Poor man, poor man. Yeah, this is the problem, isn't it? The fact that you're working nights, the daytime you've got to try and cover all the things that you aren't able to um, otherwise, and it's a tough situation. I mean, I think we spoke about this in the past that shifts are good if you've got a set shift. So if you are constantly on nights, I actually think that's not too bad in some respects compared to that shift where you do, the 8 hours and then the following day you do. So for example, maybe one day you do 9 to 5, for example, then you do 5 to 2 or whatever it is, and then 2 to, when the shifts change, I think that's much more difficult for your body and your mind to get used to. But yeah, definitely shifts are tough, but I prefer personally a constant night shift rather than one that fluctuates. That's for sure. Okay, Rian, what is that? I don't know. Oh, it's the cockerel, probably. Is it the sound in the background? Yeah, there are a couple of cockerels around, and they like to talk to each other. And I think in some places like America, they call them roosters. Rooster. But in the west of Europe, we call them cockerels. Yeah, and they continually sing to each other, marking out their territory and stuff. Yeah, I understand, Phil. Yeah. When the weather changes and it becomes uncomfortable to even try and sleep. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. What we got here in Italy, fortunately, the difference between the UK and Italy, yeah, and Spain, I think, is pretty much the same. We've got stone floors. We don't have carpets and stuff. So when it gets so hot, I actually just lie on the floor. I sleep on the floor. It's really refreshing, you get the coldness from the floor. So yeah, no, I appreciate that. When the weather's hot and you just night time's actually not too bad, and you just getting home and you want to sleep, and yeah, it's stonkingly hot. But yeah, draw the curtains and maybe get a fan or something like that. That will help out. Oh, in my glasses, what is it? It's probably a reflection of something. So obviously there are my eyes, but there's a reflection probably of trees and whatnot around. Yeah, probably phone and finger. Yeah, probably. Most likely. That's my thumb, and that's my finger. So yeah, most likely. Oh, good. Phil, you're getting stone flooring in. Yeah, carpet is too much, yeah, to keep clean. Yeah, I understand that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, makes perfect sense. I know you love it. You've got more than one dog, haven't you? If I can remember rightly, you were saying that you had two dogs that you needed to take care of when you wanted to go to the march. So, but yeah, no, I understand completely. It's also easier to clean. Absolutely, much easier. There are different products and different like cleaners and stuff, so makes perfect sense. That's right. And two cats. Okay, I didn't know about the cats, but I remembered the two dogs. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I mean the thing is with stone, obviously in the winter you're going to feel the cold little bit more. But personally, there are so many things that you can utilise to sort of confront that and balance it out. So it shouldn't be a problem. It makes perfect sense to me. Can you hear the birds twittering? It's so funny because we have different periods. So the starlings have gone now. We had starlings a week ago and swifts. So they seem to have moved perhaps further north. I don't know. Because obviously most of our birds come from Africa. They move up as it gets warmer. They move across. And now we've got a lot of martins. The constant ones are we've got some ring-necked pigeons or doves. I don't know if they're pigeons or doves, but they've got the white ring around the neck. And there are magpies all year round, woodpeckers all year round. There's also a lovely bird that's similar to a woodpecker, but it's not. But I don't know what it's called in English. Lupalu in Italian. But it's lovely. It's very similar. It's got like brown colour, but with blue on the wings and like a Mohican style haircut. Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, exactly. So you're going to have underfloor heating. So yeah, no issues whatsoever. Absolutely perfect, mate. Yeah, even though you've got cats, yeah, you get wonderful birds. But that's probably due to the fact that your garden is, I have no idea how it is, but it's probably set up well for them compared to other areas around. So they're attracted to it. I don't know if you put out feed, or I don't know if you've got particular plants or fruit and veg, but they obviously like it. But they are fascinating, I must admit. Yeah, cats are buggers because sometimes they don't even kill for the fact that they're hungry. They kill for the playing. So because they obviously have got abundant food if they're pets, and they end up playing with them. But they're expert killers, that's for sure. I don't think there are many animals out there that are better than cats. Ah, brilliant. Excellent. So this crow's an intelligent crow, probably from. It's not the Jungle Book. What's the film where the crows are? Dumbo, I think it's Dumbo, isn't it? Dumbo. You got an intelligent crow that comes along to say hi. Apparently, pigeons are the smartest. They did. They've done like these studies and stuff. I think it's pigeons, blue tits. Um, Obviously, it's not in the bird family, but squirrels are very intelligent. But I think pigeons are almost on a par with squirrels. And then various birds have less intelligence as you go down, because they used to set out the old like a not a salt course, but you know, things you had to do to get into the bird feed and etc. But pigeons were up there, very much up there at the top of the birds, and blue tits and great tits were there or thereabouts, and then it went down. Yeah, you say pigeons are daft, but they're daft when it comes to maybe crossing the road or flying or whatever, you know, bashing into windows. But when it comes to getting feed, apparently they're most intelligent. Have a look into it. Get back to me on that. I bet you come back and say, okay, you're right. You got arrested over a pigeon. No, you got to tell that one, mate. You got to tell that one. Brilliant. I wish I could get you up here. I just, at the moment, it's not, you know, the channel's not, unfortunately, you know, habilitated to allow people to come on. But yeah, you got to tell us that. That sounds wonderful. So you actually got arrested. That's wow, crazy. I love robins. Robins are amazing. I know they're more winter birds. They come around Christmas time and sort of early New Year. But robins are fabulous, beautiful birds. But here you get all sorts. I mean, you get the hawks. I mean, I spoke about the hawk the other day that literally, you know, flew down next to me and grabbed the lizard and went off. You know, but it was so fast. There was no possibility of sort of filming it or anything like that. Okay, so there was a pigeon standing over a Mackey's nugget box. There was a single nugget in it, right? So far, I'm with you. She thought it was strange. She went back. It looked like it was morning. Brilliant. She went back to take a photo. That's fine. Yeah, it makes sense. So a police car came around the corner. Saw you turn back. And thought you were being. Oh my god. Ridiculous times. Ridiculous times. How long ago was that, Phil? Was it very many years ago or quite recent? Yeah, I've never been arrested for a pigeon. No, not so far anyway. It was quite strange. I'll tell you a little story. Not particularly nice for those that love animals, but about 3 or 4 years ago, there was a chicken that had escaped from a local farm just nearby, and I'm very, you know, forgiving. I'm not like particular in saying that, you know, you have to do something to eat. If you're starving, of course, you know, you need to. So I said to my wife, you know, what do you want to do? Let it go, or, you know, do you want me to wring its neck, basically? To cut a long story short. She said, nah, wring its neck. So I thought, bloody hell, okay. So I did, and we ate chicken, and she didn't eat any. And I was so angry at her because she said, you know, do it in, and I felt so bad for the bird. But I mean, the rest of us did, and it was nice. But yeah, I mean, I would only do it when I'm particularly desperate, because I am my wife's defender, and I will go with what she says. She said, no, go for it. So I did. And I wasn't happy about it, but it was certainly an experience. Let's put it that way. Oh, just before the Olympics, right? Oh, yeah, so they were being extra careful. Gotcha. So it was just really being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah, I know the feeling. I really do. How strange is that, though? You know, you were completely off on one about a pigeon and a nugget, and they thought you were going to be some, oh, I don't know, oh, God knows what goes through their minds, because I think they look at the wrong people after, not half the time, maybe more than that. But how funny. So, were you able to actually see the Olympic torch, or had they wished you off beforehand? Hopefully, you got to see it at least. That's crazy. You got to tell it on, if you can get the chance, get on Bess's channel. Bess will have you up on there. I don't know if you like speaking. I mean, I don't like the sound of my own voice. But if you are up for it, she would love that. You had to justify yourself. Brilliant. How funny is that? How funny is that? That is excellent. Okay. Yeah, but they're on high alert. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, so even though it had already gone, they were still on high alert. How crazy is that? I can pretty much guarantee you don't look like a particular terrorist, you know? I pretty much guarantee that. So yeah, how they're probably bored, and you know it's like years ago we also used to say they do like a car pool where they say, oh, today we're going to pick the red cars, and today we're going to pick the black cars, and today we're going to pick the white cars that pass, you know. So yeah, frustrating. They sometimes they're, you know, due to boredom, they probably overstretch the mark a little bit. Oh, this was days before the torch actually went. Okay, okay. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Yeah. Sorry, I misread. I thought it was the day before that the torch had already gone through, but they were still on high alert. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, in some respects, it's great that they're putting that much attention to detail, but you know, they certainly don't do that on a daily basis, do they? Sorry if you can hear. I think there's a tractor just died up in the field next to me. But that is good. Yeah, get on Bess's. You've got to tell that tale, Phil. That's a good one. That's a very good one. So yeah, earlier on, I made a little short, and we're going to keep on about this because it's something that's very important. Just paying my respects to Mr. and Mrs. Novak, and the fact that they lost their son tragically. So it's going to be something that I will also continue to follow. I put a post on my community channel over a week ago, and I made a little short today. But these are things we can't forget. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. If you can dig out those photos, absolutely amazing. Amazing. And you can send them to Farty. Get up on Bess's. Farty will post them. Or you can put, I think once you're up there, you can also post them. I don't know how it works. I haven't actually done that yet. But I think once you're on, you can also add the images. But Bess has to see them first, give them the okay, and then. But that would be so funny. You've got to do it. Got to do. So what I'm going to do, Phil, because we're literally coming up to lunchtime, I'm going to close it down. Just wanted to do a little live. There wasn't particularly much that I wanted to speak about, but just let people know the situation regarding Henry Novak, the fact that he was murdered, and that although the jury have found the perpetrator guilty, and also his mother on a secondary charge, the sentencing is on the 1st of June. So I think that's not tomorrow, day after tomorrow. I think it's 31 days in May, isn't there? So that will be Monday, I'm guessing. Yeah, I only have a phone, Phil. Don't worry, you can do it on a phone. No problem whatsoever. It's probably easier on a phone than it is on a laptop, honestly, or PC. I think the phone is probably the simplest of the lot because it's just literally you can't make any errors. So up to you anyway, no pressure, but it's just it didn't make me smile, and I think it would be a lovely story for others to hear. So I'm going to close it down. Thank you everyone for watching. Lovely story from Phil in there. If you can read the chat, and if you join after the live is closed, you can also reproduce the live chat so you can see it as it's happening, and therefore you can read that story. Yes, absolutely. Rest in peace, Henry. Yep. Yeah. This is a situation that needs to be sorted out because the police have to release the body cam footage. It has to be released because people need to be held accountable for this tragedy on a young boy of 18 years old. You want a keyboard and a mouse? Yeah, I understand. Everyone gets accustomed to certain things, don't they? Whereas I'm less accustomed to a PC. I don't have one. So, I've got used to my phone over time. Lots of love to you, Phil. Thank you so much for modding, mate. And although it was easy, in a few years, mate, you're going to have your work cut out. Well done, mate. Have a lovely weekend. Oh, Pauline's just come in, darling. Hello, sweet. I was just closing down. Thank you for joining. So, Pauline, I'm going to close down because I've got to get back to the kids. It's lunchtime, In Italy, you got rules. You have to eat at this time. Dinner's on the table, which is not a bad thing, but I'm under orders. Okay? So, once the live loads up, it takes a while, basically. When I close this down, the live will start loading, but often it takes like half a day for it to load up, but you'll be able to follow it. Yeah, definitely worth a rewind to see Phil's little story. What's my name? My name is iPot Lad. iPot Lad. Lovely to see you. Cocoons. I don't know if I've pronounced your name correctly, but very nice to see you. And hopefully you subscribe. And Bess is coming. Bless your heart, darling. Lovely to see you too. How strange. I was just closing down, Bess. How can you come in now? Right at the point when I'm closing, bless you. But what will happen, as Bess knows, once I close, the video, basically YouTube needs to upload it, and it does take a long time. I found that, especially Bess's ones that are like often over two hours long. Sometimes, you don't get them to the morning after. But yeah, so just a short one for today, and very, very funny. Bess, you got to check out this live. Once it's loaded up, you got to go reproduce the chat just to see one of the stories, and hopefully you'll be able to convince Phil to get on. Okay, because I think it'd be a great story to tell on your channel. Oh, brilliant. I'm glad people are meeting up, yeah, in support of Henry. Yeah, so lots of people have suggested that, and I think, yeah, it's a great idea. Absolutely great idea. Okay, so continue to have a fabulous day, everyone. Don't forget to hit the like, because I've just got one like. One like? Just one person, that's probably my mum. So, come on, guys. Give me a little, as Paul says, thumbs up. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Pauline. Thank you, Bess. Well done, Phil, for modding. Much appreciated. No, brilliant. Thank you so much. Take care, guys, and hopefully you'll be able to look at it after and appreciate Phil's story, because I thought it was excellent. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.